Hare Krishna. Welcome to the episode 3 of Capture of God-Damodara Lila series. In this podcast, we will be discussing the third shloka of Sri Damodarashtaka. During the month of Kartika, which started from October 9th this year and shall go on till November 8th, devotees sing a special Sanskrit song called Damodarashtaka and offer a ghee lamp to Lord Damodara. Damodarashtaka is a set of 8 shlokas glorifying the Lord's Damodara Lila and offering prayers to him. It is found in the Padma Purana of Vyasadeva, spoken by Satyavrata Muni. So in this shloka number 3 of Damodarashtaka, Satyavrata Muni describes the purpose of Krishna performing the Damodara Lila. This episode is entitled An Advertisement for the Spiritual World. Let us see the shloka. Iti drik swalilabhir ananda kunde swagosham nimajjantam akyapayantam tadiyeshitagneshu bhakter jitatvam punah prematastam shatavritti vande. Which means, with this super excellent childhood pastimes, Lord Krishna drowned the residents of Gokula in pools of ecstasy. In this way, he declared to those absorbed in knowledge of his majesty and opulence, I am conquered only by my pure, loving devotees. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. So after describing the Damodara Lila in the first 2 shlokas of Damodarashtaka, Satyavrata Muni is now stating the purpose of this Lila. Iti drik swalila abhihi. So he says, such a sweet Lila has been performed to drown the residents of Gokula and all the devotees in Ananda Kunde, pools of ecstasy. So this Damodara Lila is actually an advertisement. Swagosham nimajjantam akyapayantam. So the Supreme Lord Krishna comes down to this material world in every yuga. As Krishna states, he comes with 2 primary purposes, as he states in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So the 2 purposes are Paritranaya sadhunam, Vinashaya cha dushkritam. Out of the 2, Paritranaya sadhunam, to deliver the devotees, is the primary purpose. So to deliver devotees doesn't only mean to deliver them from the dangers of a demon, but also in general to deliver the pious population from the clutches of material sufferings in this world, and invite us all back home, back to Godhead, to our original residence at Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan. Therefore, the Supreme Lord descends primarily to attract the fallen conditioned souls towards him and towards his abode by performing these sweet and wonderful Leelas and giving them such ecstasy and creating a hankering to enjoy such Leela eternally without any impediments. So it is said in the Shastras that whereas Lord Narayana or Vishnu descends as an avatara in every yuga, such as Varaha, Narsimha, Vamana, Ramachandra, in all these such avataras, but he descends as Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, into this planet only once in the day of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma's one day or 24 hours is incredibly long. It is equal to the earth's 864 crores of years. So Krishna, who performs such wonderful Leelas such as the Damodara Lila, Rasa Lila and many other such sweet Leelas which are not at all seen in any other avatara of Lord, descends to this earth only once in 864 crore years. Whereas in all other avatars, the Lord primarily protects the devotees from danger of the demons by killing the demons, such as Narsimha killing Hiranyakashipu and protecting Prahlad Maharaj. In this Leela, Krishna performs in this avatara such Leelas which are much beyond that purpose of just delivering the devotees from dangers of the demons. He performs Leelas such as the Damodara Lila only to attract the conditioned souls to his sweetness. Thus, he is actually making an advertisement. This Damodara Lila is an ad of spiritual tourism. It is an Akhyapayantam. Krishna is advertising spiritual world to the conditioned souls of this material world. As we know, the purpose of an ad is to sell a product or a service. So what is the Lord selling here from this advertisement? He is selling the opportunity for all the souls to control him, to control the Supreme Lord himself. That is what Satyavrata Muni is saying, that Krishna declares through this Leela, Tadiyeshitagneshu bhaktairjitatvam. He is telling everyone that I can be controlled by bhakti. So in Srimad Bhagavatam also Shukadeva Goswami states as the purpose of Damodara Leela in this way. Evam sandarshita hyanga harina vrityavashyata svashenapi krishnena yasyedam sa ishwaram vashe. O Maharaj Parikshit, this entire universe with its great exalted devatas like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma and Lord Indra is under the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yet, that Supreme Lord has one special transcendental attribute. That is, he comes under the control of his devotees. This was now exhibited by Krishna in this Leela. So Krishna is very eager to get us all conditioned souls back home, back to Godhead. Therefore, although we don't want him, we are completely turned away from him. We want to enjoy in this dark material world full of sufferings. Because of our misuse of our free will, we chose not to remain in the spiritual world, not to be in our original home. We left home and we came to this dark material world. But Krishna loves us so much, so he comes from time to time and establishes order amidst this chaos. The material world is full of chaos. Everyone is competing for supremacy. Everyone is trying to stamp on the other's feet and they want to enjoy by being the Lord of all this survey. But in that chaos, Krishna comes from time to time as avatara to establish order, establish dharma. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. Dharma samsthapanarthaya. So he comes to perform dharma samsthapana. But by the way, he also attracts the conditioned souls by exhibiting some wonderful leelas, by which his original spiritual form is revealed and he invites the conditioned souls to the spiritual world by advertisements. Out of all such advertisements, he comes down in his original spiritual form as Krishna or Govinda and performs very intimate leelas to create intense attraction and ecstasy, where he even comes under the control of his devotees. Like here in this Damodara Leela we see, he comes under the control of his mother Yashoda. But such a special mercy is very, very rare. He comes in this form as Krishna only once in the day of Brahma, that is once in 864 crore years. And we are very fortunate that we are in that day of Brahma, in that very Kali Yuga, which is just after Dwapara Yuga, where he actually appeared 5,000 years back. So it is a very rare occurrence that Krishna appears once in the day of Brahma, once in 864 crore years. But his devotees are so much more merciful than the Lord himself, that they repeat and recite these leelas that he has performed in such wonderful verses, such as Sri Vyasadeva, who has recorded all these Vedic literature, and Srimad Bhagavatam itself. Like Shukadeva Goswami, who who spoke these wonderful Leelas in Srimad Bhagavatam, like Satyavrata Muni, who is glorifying Damodara Lila in his Damodarashtaka, and like Srila Prabhupada, who has so wonderfully translated and given us all elaborate Bhaktivedanta purports and explained this purpose of Leelas. Today, if we are able to understand and appreciate this Damodara Lila, it is due to the mercy of all these pure devotees, due to the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, our spiritual master. So, the devotees of the Lord are even more merciful than the Lord. They help to attract conditioned souls to the Lord and take them back to the Lord by glorifying Him by such attractive ways of advertisements, that is preaching. So, the purpose of Damodara Lila is to attract all of us towards Him. Krishna is coming down and becoming a small child to Mother Yashoda and saying, how I, the Supreme Lord who controls everything and everyone, is coming under your control. This is possible if you develop love towards me, if you develop bhakti towards me. So Krishna is selling his product of bhakti, by which he himself is sold in this Damodara Lila. So Satyavrata Muni is appreciating by actually paying obeisances to this form of Damodara. Puna prematastam shatavritti vande. With all love, I pay my obeisances again and again, hundreds and hundreds of times. With great love, again offer my obeisances. This is what Satyavrata Muni is saying. Puna prematastam shatavritti. So similarly, if we also perform Shatavritti Vande, we perform obeisances to Lord Damodara, we have to pray that please make me to come under the control of your pure devotees, like Srila Prabhupada and our Acharyas, and follow their instructions, by which I may develop Prema Bhakti, by which I can control you just as Mother Yashoda controlled you. By following in the footsteps of such pure devotees, we can also attain to such stage of bhakti where we can not only associate with the Supreme Lord as Damodara, but we can also control him. So that is the purpose of this Damodara Lila. This is what is being advertised by the Supreme Lord by performing such Damodara Lila. Therefore, in this Damodara month, in this month of Kartika, let us all, devotees of Krishna, devotees of Srila Prabhupada, take a pledge to not just sing and offer a ghee lamp, sing Damodarashtaka and offer a ghee lamp to the Lord every evening, but also to speak and glorify this Damodara Lila and such Leelas of Krishna to as many people as we can. And by glorifying him, by spreading the spiritual advertisement to the spiritual world, we are actually rendering service to the Supreme Lord and to the pure devotees who have strived to preserve and promote these Damodara Leelas, which were performed 5,000 years back, which is performed so rarely, once in 864 crore years. We are getting the opportunity to understand, to appreciate, and to relish this Leela. So we need to promote this to more and more people and to imbibe this mood by actually serving Damodara, by singing this Damodarashtaka, by glorifying Damodarashtaka, by preaching the Damodarashtaka to others, and by actually engaging in the devotional service in such mood. This is the purport and the essence of this shloka, the verse number 3 of Damodarashtaka, in which Satyavrata Muni has described the purpose of the Supreme Lord performing the Damodara Leela. In the next episode, we shall see further in the shloka number 4 what Satyavrata Muni prays to Lord Damodara. Thank you very much for joining me in this podcast of Capture of God-Damodara Lila series, episode number 3, the advertisement to the spiritual world. Hare Krishna.